Bienvenidos a otra edición de Entrepreneurs en Fuego. Estoy aquí con mi amigo Kevin Miller. Kevin Miller es de SpeedPro Imaging. ¿Sabías que esta entrevista es en español?
A little bit.
I'm just messing with you, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm hearing you, but I'm not speaking back to you.
Did you see Kevin's face? Like, wait a minute. Somebody didn't tell me that this was in Spanish. I did.
You ask me questions in Spanish, but I'll respond in English.
So-
maybe I can understand.
So long as you know cerveza, ¿dónde
know
está
that.
el baño, por favor? Then you're all set,
I've got
man.
that. I got that covered.
Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm
How's it
doing
going?
good.
It's really a pleasure having you here. SpeedPro Imaging. Tell us what you do with the SpeedPro.
SpeedPro Imaging, we print large format images, anything from banners.
How large?
We can cover a side of a building.
Wow.
If that's the job. Typically, trade show displays, vehicle graphics, trucks, graphics on trucks, banners, windows, floors, walls. Wall murals are a big area.
Wall mirrors?
Murals. Yeah.
Oh, wall murals. Okay, that's cool.
And that could be anything from inside offices, anything from designs on there. I'll do full wall chalkboards or dry erase boards, but just whatever the needs are.
The printing world it's always fascinated me because it's even as we move as the technology moves into different areas, right? There's always going to be the visual aspect
Right.
of advertising. That if you don't have that image, if you don't see it, it's going to be very difficult to buy it, right?
Right. And whether it's just something that draws your attention,
Right.
that way, or something that's telling a story or trying to relate to you on an emotional level. It's you're just impactful graphics is what we're trying to do.
I've always said that the graphic designers or people that are in the printing business are the best listeners, because crazy people like me go to you and go, okay, this is what I have in my mind. And so you have to be able to kind of, okay, what is that you have inside that head, and try to interpret what I say, right?
Yeah, really, the design process is the most difficult part.
Right.
because we've got the ability to print it and to install it and to find the right media for you to put it on. But the design is that's really where the work comes in.
Because I might have this just really intricate design that is going to be very difficult to translate into the side of the building, and it is your job to kind of see it already amplified, right?
Right.
And
And also to understand what's going to work. If sometimes people want to put too much into a graphic. Keep it simple, keep it big, keep it impactful.
less is more.
Yeah, that's right. And we've all seen vehicles driving around.
Yes.
Where you go, wow, look at that graphic. What the heck is that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like what I want to make sure is that it's wow, look at that vehicle. Now I know them.
So, what makes you better than everybody else? What makes you better than the competition that is out there?
Number one, it's going to be the process that we're going through with the customer. We're getting involved in the customer's business, and we understand how important that is to them. Whether it's a small business starting out with their first trade show or something like that, or whether it's a large company with a fleet of vehicles, they've got their particular needs that they have. An early trade show for a company, it's important for them to look as good as it can possibly look amongst the crowd at a trade show. And not only that is it's gonna benefit their employees that are working that booth. They're there. There's
Very proud.
Like there's that pride
Sure.
in their business. And they're really the ones that are making it happen there. It's tough duty doing a large show. So you want people that are as motivated and into it as possible. But if it's a larger company with a fleet, just how we work within their department to make things easy, to keep their trucks rolling. And keep them. When we're changing or putting on new graphics, they want them done in a hurry. They want their trucks on.
How much input do you have in the design process? Because I can imagine, and don't tell me no, because this has to have happened, that somebody crazy goes into you and goes, hey, look, I've got this incredible design, and this customer has all the money in the world to, you know, do an incredible mural, and you're like, it's not gonna look that great.
It happens, and it's you know,
What do you do?
You know, I hate to say this, but I call I call it, how do you tell someone that their baby's ugly?
You tell them your baby's ugly, dude.
They think that it's the most beautiful thing in the world, and you know, and how can I argue with that? That's what they love. But you know, we'll throw in our you know, opinions, you know, on that, you know, based up, you know, with a reason why we're saying that. You know, it's not going to be, I just don't like it. It's like, okay, you know, we've got, you know, what are you trying to communicate? What are the key points that you're trying to communicate, and just work through that process with them.
You were not always in this business, right? I mean,
Right.
What did you do before?
You know what? I was a financial executive in construction materials industry.
Well, a financial executive in construction materials, and you go from a financial executive in an entirely different area, an entirely different business, and boom, you get to be a printer.
Well, you know
How does that happen, man?
You know what? It's, you know, I came across SpeedPro Imaging, and SpeedPro Imaging is a network of franchises. We're 120 in the United States, and it's a great franchise, great support, great camaraderie and support among the owners, and large format printing is a great business. It's a growing business, and it'll continue to grow. So it just, and I was looking for a change. You know, I'll be serious with you, and this is just, you know what? There's something great about you know, delivering, you know, having a customer come up and just love what you've done for them. You know, and it's like, it makes me feel great, makes my team feel great, and you know, I was looking for that.
You were looking for that high, because if you are able to satisfy a customer's needs, right, and you have the final product and everything just went well, then there is no feeling like that.
I had a situation, and you know, we got the word speed in our name, so people you know, expect us to be able to turn things around for them in a hurry.
Yeah.
Well, we had a ridiculous time constraint on something for a customer that we've done some work from, and we said, we're going to get that done for you, and you know, and it's like, you know, you know, all of a sudden I'm going to the shop floor. Okay, we got to change things. We got to get something done.
And your guys are looking at you like you're absolutely crazy.
Well, it's more like, here he goes again. You know? So, but you know what? I made the delivery of that. You know, and you know, they needed it at 1 o'clock. I'm going up the elevator in the clock in there. It was 12:57. I go walking off the elevator, and there they are through the glass in the glass conference room. And it's
looking
like,
at their watches.
I've got the people in there, you know, they're sitting there seeing me carrying these things, you know, and putting their hands up in the air. So it's like, yeah, they're appreciative. That's fun, and you know, and that's a big part of what we're doing. We know that you know, so many of our customers, you know, they're doing the work of 2 or 3 people, you know, and just filled up to here with work, and you know, you'd kind of like to say, geez, how long have you known about this project? You know, but the reality of it is that now's the time that they're getting it to you. They want you to react. I want to be their partner in getting it done for them, and you know, so that's the world that we live in, and you talked about what's making ourselves different. I understand that that's the world that my customers are living in, and I'm gonna you know, I'm gonna you know, have the printing capacity so that when something comes up, I'm gonna be able to knock it out for them in a hurry.
That's the reward. What's the biggest frustration that you have as an entrepreneur?
You know what? There's you know, I came from the corporate world. I used to think that I worked hard in the corporate world. You know, I did, but it's nothing like you know, I'm literally doing it 24/7, because you know, if I wake up in the middle of the night, typically I've got something work related on my mind. But but that's all right. That's that's what I'm doing. I'm loving it, but it is a burden. But I got a great team at my studio, and the collaborators, the designers, and the installers that I work with. They're a great team, but it's a big job to get to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of.
How do you deal with stress?
Do
you go shopping? Do you go golfing? What do you do? You exercise?
Exercise is really the thing. You know what?
You're looking good, man. Come on now.
You know what? Tomorrow's the Tempe Triathlon, and this year I'm not signed up for it. I've done it 2 times recently,
yeah.
and I got into that, and I love that.
Awesome.
And it's like and really that is my that's my
your drug of choice in the way that you stress.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's
so
right. And it's like and I know that when I carve out my time, early in the morning, in the evening. I do yoga, yin yoga, and it's like that's awesome for my conditioning, my training, the stretching part of it. But there's also the relaxation in the mind that comes along with that.
The best advice that you can give anyone listening and watching this program today, as an entrepreneur, what is it?
Understand what your business is, what you're getting into, what it is that you have to offer someone that's unique from you and unique in the in the industry, and understand that, and then just charge as hard as you can and build up every opportunity. Build a network of support people that can help you out. Help others in any way you can. It's that's the number one way. That's how people get to know each other and connect on an individual basis, and that's probably that's one of the things I've loved about in the business that I am. When I was in the corporate world, I was dealing with people primarily within my organization. Now I'm meeting people all over the place, getting to know them, helping them out in any way I can. I've got nonprofits will always do everything we can to help them out with sign in any way we can, whether it's with products that we have, or in just helping them get the word out about their organization.
Somebody that is getting started in the business world as their own boss, being as an entrepreneur, what is that they should avoid?
Focus on what is most important at the time. It's easy to get bogged down in insignificant things. Maybe sinking into a comfort level. I had to make a transition. I was a financial guy, in the corporate world.
You're looking at spreadsheets all day long.
And I'm comfortable sitting at a desk, and it was a change, and it's like now really my world is selling, it's and getting out there, getting the word out about it. So, but it's easy for someone to sink into to a comfort level. That is not the most productive thing that they can be doing at the time. It's kind of prioritizing what's the most important thing. Yeah, some things are fires that have to be put out, but it's like as soon as that fire is put out, get back into thinking long term and keeping that having those goals laid out and focusing on those things that are most important.
So next year when you do the Tempe Marathon, because I imagine you're going to do it at some point, you're going to go back to it.
I got to do it again. Yeah.
You're going to call me because we're both going to do it.
All right.
This is for you, my friend. And you and I are going to be wearing something like this, not the same shirt, but we'll be
very cool.
Wearing the Office Pile t-shirt, man. This is really cool for you, for being a guest of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. I learned a lot about the printing business today, man.
Well, thanks a lot. Enjoyed doing it.
We're out.